I think it would have been like the late 2000s. But yeah, maybe more like 10 years ago.
I don't know. But let's pretend that's the case.
So let's talk about the matchup, the draft.
How?
It's so weird seeing King RD not on paiN.
It really is.
King
This
RD
is a bit of
versus paiN.
a grudge match. Did they separate on good terms? Was that ugly?
I mean, that was a long time ago.
Well,
right?
there was some drama, but because paiN is here, and I've been told, there's certain topics to avoid. I think that paiN Gaming and their history with King RD is definitely one to push to the back burner.
He is a character. We had him at one summit. Yeah, he was teaching people how to dance.
The samba, yeah.
The samba. Oh, were you
Sambo. Samba. I don't know. He tried to teach me.
Okay.
But it was confusing because we were both trying to lead. And then we got into a fight. It was real weird.
Not uncommon with you, Kyle.
What?
Getting into fights or arguments.
It's funny. I've never actually been in a fight. Well, okay, that's not true. I was in one fight in Thailand at this bar where they have this Muay Thai ring in the center.
Mm-hmm.
And at first there's like people fighting and you think like, oh, that's cool. It's just like a bar and there's going to be a live fight. But then they tell you that if you're willing to go fight a random patron in the middle of the ring, you'll get a free bucket of beer. So I volunteered, and I ended up having to fight this guy who it's like Russian dude named Pontus. Had like 20 pounds on me. He really kicked my ass the first round, but he hadn't trained cardio properly to prepare, or he'd had too much beer. Either way, round 2 was mine. And then round 3, we just kind of kicked at each other, and it was a draw.
Did you get the beer?
Yes, we did.
Oh, you both did?
Yeah. Well, it's a draw. You get it for participating, which I didn't agree with. I said it
Ah.
should be one barrel to the victor, but they disagreed. The only other 2 times I've been punched were by British people who were drunk and on vacation.
Oh, look, it's a pudge.
It's funny. He actually resembles one of the British tourists that punched me.
Was he covered in that much blood?
It's the teeth that really has the strong resemblance, right?
It looks kind of like.
Got him.
What's his face? Do you ever think Jacob looks a little like Pudge?
What?
Jacob.
Same facial
Milk?
structure, yeah.
Toft Anders, man?
You think
Obviously
Milk
he's
looks like
better
Pudge.
looking, but the strong jawline is
Yes, they both have a strong jawline, but that's like where the resemblance
Does Pudge have a
starts
strong
and ends.
jawline? He's got like 4 jawlines.
I mean, that's true.
He's got like an elaborate, like multi-layered.
For
jaw.
having a
pyramid
double
of-
chin, he does have a strong
the
jawline.
primary jaw is strong.
Yeah.
Then he's got the floppy jowls underneath.
Oh, there's another Dota hero with teeth problem.
Well, this is a pretty nice life stealer game.
Yeah.
Yeah, he eats everything here. And they've got a lot behind it. You've got 2 cores that run in. paiN Gaming is going to have a very hard time exploiting the back line of NoPing Esports. It would have been a Dream Spectre game until the Life Stealer came out.
I do want to point out, I'm sure the viewers have long since noticed this, but techies did get banned here. That is a paiN Gaming specialty. We saw that in the major qualifiers.
We did.
We saw the Pudge Techies Arc Warden trio. It was just absolutely cancerous trying to get anything done on the map.
That was a draft for sure. And poor paiN, they look dominant. They dropped 2-1 to Exxon Vergesa, now Beast Coast. But then got
I thought they would beat
smashed.
Unknown. I thought they would beat Unknown for sure.
And were you guys casting that?
No, that was the NA crew.
Yeah. So do you think that has anything to do with Unknown? They won this series 2-1. It was like this 90-minute crazy game, and then immediately went in to play paiN for the last major spot. You think that the momentum had something to do with it? Because I've always felt like even though it's long days, you'd rather keep playing Dota than have to sit and wait for an unknown amount of time. Because once that 3rd game starts, you're not playing any pubs. You're just getting there, sitting, getting rusty.
Yeah, I think the momentum factors in, especially for Unknown, because like they're very momentum based inside the game as well.
Yeah.
Like they'll draft Shadow Fiend. Oh, look at this. A forgotten hero, Cap. The Mars.
Speaking about gravity.
You're a Mars player, right?
I am.
How do you feel about Mars?
What is this? Mid gyrocopter, safe lane lifestealer, Mars. He doesn't know his matchup. I actually feel like Mars is best when you give him like a strong matchup in the offlane, or I actually think he's a pretty good 2 or 4 position. Like, I think 3 is this weird role where he just doesn't get quite enough farm, and then at the same time his utility is actually kind of okay for 4. I kind of side with Crit still, that I think, like, we saw him experimenting with 4 Mars. I think it's relatively viable.
Could he be going mid here versus the I guess first the Lash, or is that not a possibility?
I don't think so. I think that's definitely a gyro mid and Lifestealer safe lane matched up against the Pudge. That's going to be pretty nice. The hero's just, it needs more farm to feel really good about it, you know? Also, there's like very little versatility in your builds. You are going to go the same build no matter what.
Yep.
You're going to go Soul Ring, Vlad's, Blink Dagger, BKB, Deso, AC. That is literally, there is no hero that gets more cookie cutter when it comes to his build than that, I think.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you get a Satanic instead of AC. That's like
They'd better have good lanes, because they do not have answers for this.
Oh, no.
Morphling later on.
The Morphling game. I actually favor paiN heavily, just based off that last pick alone.
It feels like it could well be the game-winning last pick. Like,
Yeah, in an even game, you're winning at some point. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
Lifestealer needs to have an insane performance, and even then, third item Morph, you all of a sudden cannot really play Dota, especially once that Scotty comes online.
So did you guys have Terrence here at the summit? Is that what I read? For Summit 10? It says, I think that's what it says. Terrence stood in for 40R.
yeah, I think he couldn't get a visa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So he actually stood in for paiN once, and then
I think they won one match, maybe.
Mm.
All the NA teams got eliminated, if I remember correctly. It was an abysmal showing. Granted, we did not have the biggest names, but yeah, NA's got to make a comeback here for Dota Summit 11.
I think this is a kind of a questionable draft by paiN that was really saved by this last pick from Morphling.
I agree. I think up until that point, like, they needed a game winner.
Yeah.
And they picked the right one. If this had been a hero that we didn't like the matchups as much for, I think we'd probably be leaning NoPing. But it's just like, they set the clock. They're the ones that have planted the bomb, so to speak. And now it's up to NoPing Esports to defuse the situation.
I think Pudge was their biggest misstep in the draft.
Yeah.
That I think they just assumed it was safe lane gyrocopter, and Pudge is okay against that because he's really tanky, has lots of regen, magic resistance. But then when it becomes a mid gyro and a safe lane lifestealer, that's an unwinnable matchup. It's really hard. Your only advantage over lifestealer is that mid game you can dismember him.
Yep.
Prepare
100% agree.
It's like that's not much of an advantage.
Let's get hyped up. Let's get ready. It's NoPing versus paiN. Game 1, best of 3. A minor slot on the line in these qualifiers. Actually, yeah, just one. So you've got to go the distance. The teams enter the lanes. It's a full 4-man caravan down bottom, leaving only HFN at the top lane for now. NoPing with a more balanced spread for the moment. Starting to send 4 top. So it looks like both teams want to do a bit of an invasion here. They won't find anything.
So this is going to be classic paiN, I guess, in that HFN is going to have to hard carry this game.
Yeah, he had a few ugly deaths from what I saw in the qualifiers yesterday. So hopefully he's had a chance to get his head straight, because NoPing will be counting on killing him early later on. Going to be very difficult. Looks like they are offensive tri-laning.
Yeah, it's probably just to like kind of figure out what the lanes are and
no one has
get bounty
any
control.
intel right now.
Yeah, and you could just TP back.
The battle begins.
The lanes are... Yeah, it's fine. This is what they want, I think, right? They want the Lifestealer against the Pudge 100%. Mars will do fine against Morphling because he has a way to guarantee the range creep with God's Rebuke or Spear. That's like a really important matchup against the Morph, is you need to be able to have a way to out-CS him when it comes to the range creeps especially. Because every Morphling worth their salt is going to deny your
Courier
range creep.
snipe, 4-4-4.
One.
He wants a piece of it.
Radiant's
He's
courier
going to get
has
it
been
too.
killed.
Off to a nice start. Now rejoins his Morphling up top. That's going to be unfortunate for Lapsus. He did at least get his Tango delivered first.
This is you can't die here. Oh wait.
Okay, Nardi.
Dude, Mars is not that tanky
No,
at,
he's
the,
not.
at the start.
And Oracle's like, all right, that's enough. We are not trial-ending here anymore. King RD, his
Terrible
biggest
idea.
weakness has always been the overconfidence.
Yeah.
He feels himself, and then he wrecks himself.
But he
And it's
never
gonna be,
loses that confidence.
It's true.
It's a cool combo, though. Coddle Mars. It's like low cooldown abilities that are both pretty spammable. Mars one of his biggest problems is that he does wave clear really well, but he runs out of mana typically. That's why Soul Ring's so key to his build as well as the Vlads, because they both give you a good source of mana regen. Having a Coddle can solve a lot of those issues.
How about our other lanes here? We've got an Oracle Lifestealer now, as the Oracle has TP'd up against a Pudge Rubik. So Lifestealer and Pudge both trading farm for the moment. And in the mid lane, Lapsus undoubtedly suffering a bit from the loss of his Courier. Can't get those Wraith Bands yet.
Something that's kind of cool about this lane, the Rubik Pudge lane, is that you should have a huge CS advantage, because between Fade Bolt and Pudge naturally has really high base damage.
Yeah.
You're going to be able to out-CS, or should out-CS the Lifestealer at the start.
And he's already picked up the Chainmail, so these Lifestealer auto
crap.
attacks don't actually hurt very much.
Yeah, with the Bassi, it's crazy. 'Cause Pudge is a 0 armor hero, but 2 minutes in, he's got 6. Like, that's real scary.
That's really his only weakness as far as like fighting early is the
Yeah.
low armor. But quickly resolved here in the side lane.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool idea.
He's missed 2 CS so far, which is pretty damn good for an off lane. I expect we'll see this a lot. I don't think that you're going to
Oh,
see
there's
Pudge
the
nerfed.
hook. No rot yet though.
Like, Pudge won't get nerfed, right? Because I want to see him
No,
at
I
the
don't
next
think
major.
so. Well, has anyone else been picking him besides paiN? in
EG
these
does.
qualifiers? Okay.
EG first two'd it a couple times.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah, Ramses loves it.
Oh, they run it as an off lane too.
Yeah. It's definitely an off laner.
Yeah. With the changes to the flesh heap, right?
Yeah.
Poke
and,
on Nuwa just. Oh,
he's
that's a
so
kill.
good.
Nice fast one there from Layless.
It's another one of those abilities that just got slowly buffed up enough. I think it used to be like 2 or 3 health regen level 1. Now it's 6.
It's the combo of everything, because they reworked Hook as well so that it doesn't scale with range. It just significantly ups the damage and lowers the cooldown.
The level 1 hook used to be like half the distance of the full hook.
It was 400 units, and now it's 1,300 at every.
Well, when that change first happened, that's when he was a support pick. Like you'd run him as a roaming 4, like
Yeah.
GH style.
And now as a core, he could just go 1-4-4, because flesh heap is really important to
Oh, the
max
rune
out.
race. Bottom rune. Leshrac. Will he make it in time?
Meanwhile, Crystal Maiden may go down here. Dunha has the boots, tries to juke through the trees, and he is dead.
40R barely made it to that rune, so now he's full HP with a regen.
Oh,
Got
you
both.
gotta respect the Pudge.
Don't tell me.
Well, Terrence is gonna survive, but I don't know if the Ola Core does. Oh, he's getting healed up. Need more damage. Can't get in range for another Purifying Flames.
Dude, how'd they just body top lane like that? Getting both kills, that's sick.
Oh no. Just missed that kill on the mid lane.
Yep, that's what happens when you get rune controls of Leshrac. And this only gets harder for Gyro, but that wasn't a level 6 on 40R. He's got it now.
Tower is under attack.
Back and forth game here. 3-3 the score. Well, just helping the Morphling farm, it looks like, unfortunately.
Yeah, I thought this matchup was supposed to go Gyro's way.
But I don't know, 40R, what
Oh,
the
this might be... He's going to commit for this. He's got a creep wave dragged with him, though.
That
Yeah,
was...
He can't go for that.
I have no idea what the hell 40R was doing. He had a regen. Instead, he, like, farms to is the round for the Gyro to TP back in, so he has to pop his regen and all bottle charges to try to stay
Oh,
alive.
got her. Man, this is a bloodbath. 4-3. 7 kills 5 minutes in. And Rubik's coming back to mid. So we've seen a courier snipe. We've seen deaths in every single lane. And now we're going to see another gank on mid.
Or are we?
The pause just in time, right as he shows himself for the telekinesis setup. All right, so are you going to TP? Oracle doesn't have a TP. That'd be the one hero. Oh, he doesn't even have his Fate's Edict yet because it's only level 3.
Keeper has one, not that it really matters.
Blinding Light isn't up either. You don't have a save mechanism. So.
Mars could.
Yeah.
Do you really want to TP the
Nah.
Mars right now, though? He's having a
him
great
die.
time top. You're going to lift him, drag him back into the stun. The Pulse Nova is there for DR. Gets the kill. Good rotations from Theolacore. That's the second time he's ganked mid. Second time the Gyro has died.
I like this. They're going to smoke, get to that shrine faster, then probably look to just go top and kill the Mars. Jump start the Morphlings game. And yeah, they're off to a really good pace right now on paiN. They're winning all their lanes. Pudge can now just sit bottom by himself. He's already got phase up.
I would not have thought that Pudge can take Lifestealer. That new Pudge is a lot stronger in lane.
I mean, I think it really goes to show the power of the items. I think Kyle is exactly right on the Ring of Bacillus is a really big impact, and then him going Chainmail first. Just really smart stuff.
Oh, KNRD caught out here by the smoke. Trying to wind his way through the trees, but they are in pursuit. Can they find the kill? They'll nuke him. A few more auto attacks should do it. KNRD.
Spear?
Space
Spear?
created. Spear and TP.
Salve.
Salve. Juke. Now they'll find him. They'll rebuke, but they'll rebuke him right back.
Got some stacks. Oh, Leshrac in trouble. He's right on top of the ward.
Oh, no. Nuage. Oh, he might just give another kill here.
Oh!
No! Close call with the flames.
Easy work.
That was close. Because he actually didn't. The Purge landed before the Edict. Or not the Edict.
The Purifying Flames.
Yeah, so he was healing the Lesh. If that hadn't immediately killed him, he probably would have survived there.
Can they control Terrence here? He's got an Infest. No! Laylis with the 180 hook shot. Nailing him. All 3 cores off to a great start here as KNRD is going to commit forward onto HFN, but they need more damage to secure this kill. Oh, Lapsus in the middle lane. He's just immediately going to be forced to TP out. He'll make it, but...
Morph lived with 33 HP because he didn't expect his secondary spear. The chakra lowering the cooldown almost gets him.
Back to full HP now at the shrine.
Yeah. Top 3 CS all on the side of paiN Gaming, though. Top 3 net worth as well. Definitely feeling strong.
Well, that's concerning when this Morphling has such a free game as we talked about. They're going to make another go here onto Terrence. Can he get out? Illuminate comes through. It's on 3, the call down as well, but it just isn't going to matter. Once again, unable to infest away, and Laylis will deny himself. Oh, insult to injury.
Dude, did you see that? He was Infest has like almost no animation to it,
Yeah.
but he was halfway through the Infest when he got nuked down. He was so close to getting that off. If he gets that off, then he can immediately pop out to heal if he wants, or just live through the engagement, and that would have been a sad rotation for paiN.
HFN's now down here. They're hanging out with the Olacord. Are they going to try to make a move on Lapsus? No, just trying to steal some creeps.
They just switched up the lanes. This is interesting. I expect that NoPing is just going to start rotating down bot, though. You don't want to let more...
They're bringing in 3. Going to try to make a move. Lift back onto Lapsus, taking heavy right-click damage. Down he goes. Can Theolacore get out, though? The flames are coming in. He's healing. He's salving. He's trying to survive. More nukes, but they just don't quite have the damage yet. They need more. And he's going to get out. So another death on the Gyrocopter. 3 deaths in 9 minutes.
This, I think this Gyrocopter should be indestructible. All he has to do is just have the Oracle play behind him, and no one can really challenge this Gyrocopter, right? Like, you ever go on him, he gets Fate's Edict and Purifying Flames, your damage over time is going to vastly outdo paiN's, because most of it's going to be magic damage early on. So, I feel like NoPing is just not really positioning correctly for some of these fights. I think Lapsus should be able to take those kind of engagements at bottom.
4-4-4. Went on a little warding mission and will get punished. Or maybe trying to snipe the bounty here. But either way, looks like top bounty's going to the Radiant, likely. Layla's. Oh, hey, buddy. How you doing? Quick hook. Reels him in. Can he finish him off? He will.
Oh, my God.
Now, Dunha running directly into the stolen rocket barrage. They will pull him back with the Will-O-Wisp. Turning back the other direction. It's a barrage-on-barrage battle, and NoPing win this one. But Morphling is farming.
Are you supposed to skip Blinding Light?
I feel very strongly that Blinding Light's a dope ability. At least the value level. At least the value level.
They just changed it so that the cooldown, instead of going from 30 to 15, was just 14 every level. Yep. Which to me is a blinking neon sign saying, hello, please place 1 point in this skill and no more.
Well, hello, welcome to the Mars pain zone, but 444 is not dying quickly, and Laylis is trying to fight both these heroes. Really go for the hook back. It's on cooldown. Still only level 1.
I mean, this is still fine because it's basically 2 supports for this heavy rotation, as long as Lelis doesn't die.
But pinned to his tower, and now getting feasted upon the rebuke him back into the Illuminate. Very nicely played, but he does have this Hood of Defiance, and he is healing up. They need to focus him. Going for the Rot Tonight. This would be a big kill. The spear misses, but they still get it.
I think he should have been just happy with the fact once he killed the Siege Dragon, out. You know, like now this like heavy rotation, which you knew about like a minute and a half ago. NoPing brought the core Mars up the top lane to help the Gyro kill a Rubik. Like once you know about that, just trade towers. At best, maybe try and kill the Siege Wagon, slow it down and everything, but do not commit to defending this tower too much.
Well, unimpeded farm here for the Morphling. How scared are you if you're NoPing? We talked about it being a good morph game. Oh, another hook.
Grab.
Another grab. Dunha caught out, and food for the Waterman.
Oh, this smoking. They're going to sandwich on King RD, too. Dude, paiN's playing real
Looking
fast.
for the Mars. They have the spear. They're going to use it, pin him to the trees, bring him down. 40R. This support duo has been making plays all over the map. 11 kills. And now they're going to find another. Laylis moving in, continues to pick off these isolated heroes and finishes yet another. Already 5 flesh heap stacks. 1,700 health with a hood and the plus armor. They got a Pudge problem.
I love Pudge Flash. You get an easy kill, you're positioned super aggressively, and then, hey, come pop your W, baby, and you get a free tower kill. It's a lot of gold. Leshrek's going to have Yul's Kaya by 13 minutes.
And this is where your offlaner not having a clear sense of initiation is playing against NoPing. Because they have really strong team fight. They have great synergy with it. They have really good synergy around the arena. If you think about it, both Gyro, Lifestealer, and Coddle all take big advantage of these heroes being stuck in a small AoE. So they have the good advantage in that, but they just can't seem to find the fights in the first place because paiN is splitting them up and then picking them apart.
It's really good. But they don't have catch in the traditional sense. They cannot keep people. They can't stun them where they want them to be. They've got to like launch spears and rockets and
like push them into them or come around from behind.
Yeah.
Well, here's the direct initiation. Laylis walking in with the Dismember, but there's the power of Blinding Light, pushes him back and allows Mars to retreat to safety.
Yeah, the only catch that they have is the Will-O-Wisp, but at this point in the game, you don't have like the big cast range of Will-O-Wisp yet from your level 15 talent, so...
The Olacore, that wasn't nice, and he might be paying for it.
Sick.
Nice.
Does steal the Rage, just walks it off. Lifestealer not able to get in Rage yet, then gets lifted, tossed back in, and stunning the Keeper of the Light. The Will-O-Wisp committed for this, and it's not going to matter. They all get out cleanly. 40R's moving in with an Invis Rune. He's got Yul's Kaya already. Probably looking for a kill here momentarily. I think he can just kill this Lifestealer. Waiting for backup, though. Wants to play it safe. The pings are raining down. It's not going to take much, and he just lets the stun go. And see you later, bud.
He's level 13. Dudes, this game might be rough for NoPing. They have no real comeback mechanic in this one either.
Right, you're not giving them the late game with these drafts. We already said early on the Morph is pretty uncounterable And Lesh is a hard carry if he gets this far.
It's all this Pudge, though, man. This Pudge is a... You said it, LD. He's a problem. Morph can just chill. He's having a peaceful game, but with the pipe on Pudge, 2,000 health, you're strong enough to just group up if you wanted to on paiN. But like you said, they're not on the clock. They're in no rush.
This is what we saw from them earlier in the qualifiers, and why I felt like they would be able to beat Unknown. You know, these very decisive movements, confident play, like taking every bit of advantage they can out of their lineup.
They have to wait until Blink Dagger on Mars for NoPing. Maybe they can take a few fights then, and then after that, I think it's going to have to wait and just try and push this late game where Gyrocopter and Lifestealer can both scale into. It doesn't feel great because Morph's going to be the biggest, baddest carry in this game pretty much from here on out.
Good deep ward planted down through the trees.
Dire's top tower.
There were some Radiant D wards, but not going to see this. Oh wait, actually there's another one. Okay, so they could get rid of this ward soon, but they're very fearful of the Pudge. And you could see their entire jungle quite dark.
Ugh, Manta already.
They're making a move.
Medallion for Lelis. That's a cool second item.
Yep, more plus armor.
Yeah, more plus armor will help the survivability of his Lesh a lot.
Oh, that Rage TP on Rubik.
I also think all offlaners should be going Solar Crest. In fact, if you are thinking about heroes that could be viable as an offlaner, think about whether they can pick up Solar Crest without hurting their progression, because that's just the item for the role at the moment. It's way too much of a bonus. Have you seen what it can do, LD?
Recently, yeah.
Do you know what it gives when you pull a Laced on an ally?
Yeah, plus armor, right?
No.
And the evasion.
No.
Attack speed.
8 armor.
Oh, is that
80
new?
attack speed. 80 and 10% move speed.
Okay, that's ridiculous.
That's 2 Hyperstones.
Oh, how much does it cost again?
It's relatively expensive. It's like 3,000
Ultimate Orb now.
Because it has an Ultimate Orb, so it's like 3,400 or something. It did get, like, it was like 100%. Like, literally everybody would go it a month and a half ago. It got nerfed, both Medallion and Solar Crest a little bit, but it still feels like incredibly value. Because, like, in a game like this, especially just the Medallion by itself, right? This Pudge is able to make his Leshrac tankier when he's targeted. But at the same time, if he's the one being targeted, he just doesn't use the active. And he has this +5 armor, making himself super tanky. It like feels like such a versatile item in so many ways. The Solar Crest is the exact same thing, but like in a crazier way, where you're able to make your core hitting a building or attacking a hero attack even faster.
Yeah, you're an extra item for your core. And you stack those together, especially with a lot of these drafts that are popular. The Empower strats, notably. I'm surprised Venge isn't back in the meta yet. You have Venge and a Wolf and a Solar Crest. It's like 1 billion damage you're adding. Maybe not 1 billion, but close. Also, the Lifestealer is going Midas Radiance. And it's NoPing, it felt like, you know, the core that wasn't behind, the only one went for this incredibly passive style that, like, they've given away the map. And they can't do anything about it because they don't have the wave clear to really fight back. Like, when are they trying to win this game?
So you wanted the Midas Armlet Deso build?
Anything but Midas into Radiance. Like, but yeah, I mean, there's no really good scenario, unfortunately. Oh, Mars is dead.
It doesn't feel great trying to, like... Yeah.
Get out the way! There you go.
Oh, he even commits his ultimate. Can they fight into the slash? Not with the BKB. No chance. Great Will-O-Wisp, but 0 follow-up. They'll all just walk away. Call down not even used.
It doesn't feel great trying to, like, out-damage over time a Leshrac lineup.
No.
Especially when your Radiance isn't that effective against the carry of paiN either. I don't fully disagree with it just because I'm not sure if they can win the early to mid game considering how bad the game was by 10 minutes. It might be their only hope is just to like farm and push this to late. I literally think they lost the first 10 minutes of this game so badly that their chances of winning was like 15%.
And can I just say how nice it is to see a Morphling build that just wants to deal damage? Everyone tries to get so fancy nowadays.
Well, you were flaming the E-Blade build, right?
The E-Blade was fun, but like the Dragon Lance? Like, what is that?
Arena of Blood deployed again.
That's the Rubik's.
Lapsus on the run. We're going to chase him down with the homing missile stolen coming in. Gets pushed back by the spear. Give him the boink. Yeah, they're just farming all over the map now, though. Layla's threatening this top tower. Again, the Radiant's still playing very much in the dark.
It does say, like, a little bit the fact that Gyrocopter went for the BKB first, but your Lifestealer went for his farming item.
Yep.
A very greedy farming build.
Yeah, I always
Bit of a disconnect between the two, right? Like, are you trying to, like, split push and just out-farm them, or are you trying to fight them?
Preach. And, you know, oftentimes it's hard for analysts to properly break down item decisions. The one thing, again, like, because you never know exactly what they're going for. It could be the team's idea, not necessarily the individuals. But whenever you look at items that are discombobulated, there's no synergy.
Beautiful hook yet again. Layla's going to catch out Nuages, and he will tap the Shrine for what good it will do.
Chase.
I don't know if that's the hero you want to be chasing. They're going to try, though. But the BKB dodging away from the spear. So everything committed and nothing really gained. Now out on an island is Lapsus. He does have his BKB, but likely going to have to waste it just to get out. And HFN looks to pursue here.
He doesn't have the mana to TP, so HFN can kind of head him off here. Look at that body blocking from the Leshrac illusion.
Gone full strength here. Now going back to Agi. Chasing forward on the sides of the fight. Again, Layla just keeps on finding these pickoffs. He's forcing the enemy Lifestealer back. Lifestealer can't even attack the enemy 3.
Now they could just fearlessly push into this mid-tier 2, knowing that NoPing used their BKB, used their arena. Like, there's no way they can be fought. I don't think NoPing should try and fight him, but we'll see.
They're going to commit. Will-O-Wisp dealt with very early on. HFN laying into them, tapping back to Lifestealer form, getting off another Dismember. He's gotten off 3 so far in this prolonged series of engagements, and HFN dives in. He's feeling himself right now, waving over the top,
God.
straight onto Terrence. They just cannot handle this Morphling. 2, 3, 4, one by one. They all fall down, and paiN Gaming blasting NoPing out of the server just like that. GG.
I'm glad this one ended fast, because it was over. That was clinical. I love the draft.
That was more like a brutality, honestly.
Yeah. That you needed an expansion to properly tell the tale of that game. And the sequel for NoPing Esports will hopefully have a brighter ending, because it doesn't get much bleaker than that.
That was pretty bleak. I mean, even if it was a closer game early, they still were going to have an uphill battle with the draft. And then they lost all the lanes.
I hate looking at
Why'd they fight in the first one?
I don't know, man. I don't
Used
know
our
what's going on.
abilities. Let's go fight.
The gyro mid, I'm not a believer in when you don't see the matchup. Like, there shouldn't be a scenario where you have gyro mid and the enemy counters your win condition. You should be putting the gyro mid as like a gotcha. Like, you thought it was going to be carry, but it's not. But now you have a Lifestealer, and they have a Morphling, and they've just hard countered your entire lineup. Everything is broken in Dota, and if you don't have counters to things, you're going to lose.
Fair enough.
Dota's broken.
Dota's broken. Heroes are broken. And NoPing are broken too right now.
Yeah.
Can they put themselves back together? You'll have to stick around and wait.
This is your last word, right? Your last hurrah. You're not coming back tomorrow.
I don't know. Are we doing the next game?
No.
We've got 20 minutes, so I'm not sure. I might not be back, guys, for the qualifiers. You'll probably see me again. We'll have to see what the future holds, but thank you so much for joining me, gentlemen. It was an honor. This is Kyle. That is Cap. Mr. Parker will be back tomorrow to close things out for the Dota Summit 11 European Qualifier Shift. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you soon for NoPing versus paiN Gaming Game 2.